Well, the yoga craze is growing globally, and South Africa is no exception. Young people, young and old, these are the yogis, are taking over Johannesburg's Wanderers Stadium today. The United Nations declared June 21st International Yoga Day. ENCA's Tindelo Masikane joining us live now from Wanderers. Slee, how's it gone this morning?
Well, it's been a very, I should say, tranquil morning here at the Wanderers Stadium. But of course, we've got multitudes of yogis, as they call themselves, that have descended onto the Wanderers Stadium. I'm going to ask my colleague Teddy to just give you a pan to my left, just to see that we've got a class that's already started. This is the second session, where we've got at least 3,000 yogis here in Johannesburg that have come out to celebrate International Yoga Day, of course, proclaimed by the United Nations back in 2014, and we had the very first International Yoga Day taking place in 2015, and this was after a call that was made by India's Prime Minister, where the practice of yoga originates, where he had, called on the UN to just declare one day for this particular practice, saying that, it has so many benefits, and saying that, as the Prime Minister of India, he felt it fitting that the United Nations proclaim the 21st of June as International Day of Yoga. And so across the world, we have multitudes of yogis that have taken up the practice and are celebrating the day. But now I just want to bring in my guest, Thembekile, from the Isha Foundation. He's just going to tell us a bit more about this foundation, what they do. And I understand that the Isha Foundation focuses more on the purest form of yoga. Just give us a sense of what that means. But let's just start off, Juno, with what the foundation does.
Namaskaram.
Namaste.
The Isha Foundation is an international non-profit organization dedicated to well-being, founded by Sadhguru, yogi, mystic, and visionary. Isha Foundation has been offering tools for well-being from the yogic sciences for over 30 years.
Now tell me about the different forms of yoga, and I understand Isha Foundation focuses on a specific kind of yoga.
So Isha Foundation offers the purest form of classical yoga, which originates from Adiyogi, the originator of yoga, over 15,000 years ago.
And tell me, what makes it classical, what makes it different from the westernized, form of yoga? I hear a lot about hot pot yoga and boat yoga. Just tell me what that means to be practicing a purest form of yoga.
So classical yoga needs to be taught with a certain type of atmosphere and also with precision. So the classical yoga that Isha offers is scientific based on the science of how your body works, so that you can optimize your system and achieve the most benefits from doing the practices.
And the different kinds of yoga that we're seeing coming up lately, are they bad forms of yoga? Are they good forms? What makes them different to the classical form?
To be honest, I would rather not comment on other forms of yoga, because it's something that I haven't looked into myself. But from my own personal experience, I did inner engineering, which is Isha Foundation's beginner program, in 2016, and the benefits that I've derived from doing that program up until now are immense, that I'm not even interested in looking anywhere else. Yeah.
And just give us those benefits around the practice of yoga. What are those benefits?
So for me personally, I have a lot more energy. I actually feel the youngest and most exuberant I've ever felt in my entire life. I sleep well at night. I don't suffer from any stress or anxiety. I don't react negatively to situations as I did before I started doing yoga. And the relationships with people in my life is better. In fact, every aspect of my life has only gotten better. And it continues to get better. It's not like once you do inner engineering, you're done. It's an ongoing evolution within yourself to enhance your perception and enhance your experience of life.
And of course, yoga isn't just about the practice. I understand that there's an ethos and a way of living that's associated with it as well.
Yeah, so yoga isn't a practice that you do morning yoga and evening yoga. It's 24/7 yoga. To be a yogi means to be in a conscious state of awareness that you are part of the larger existence. And when you have that awareness, then that's what it means to be in a state of yoga.
And someone who has never tried yoga before is probably interested. What would you say to encourage them to really start doing yoga?
If you'd like to start doing yoga, Isha Foundation offers some basic practices which you can learn online. There is an app available called the Sadhguru app, where you can learn the practices via video. There's short practices, 5-minute practices, yoga for health, yoga for overall well-being, yoga for love, yoga for joy, yoga for peace, and yoga for inner exploration. So there's many basic practices that people can use and make use of. And then if they wish to take it one step further, they can enroll to do the inner engineering program, which is a complete program addressing every aspect that yoga has to offer.
Now, of course, I just want to move out of shot and allow my colleague Teddy to just show the visuals. Gino, we do have an Isha Foundation yoga class taking place. Tell me what is being practiced here at this moment. What are these yogis experiencing right now?
So the Upa Yoga that I was telling you about, that's available online. Right now we're doing a live demonstration of the Upa Yoga practices. The one that they're doing right now is the Yoga for Success neck practices.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Tembegile, that is the latest coming from the Wanjo Stadium. As you've heard, we've got various forms of yoga, as well as a purist form that's being demonstrated right behind me by the Isha Foundation. And of course, yogis, young and old, are encouraged to not only participate, but to start practicing the ethos of yoga, because it's not only about the breathing exercises and the certain the different positions, but it's also a way of life. So if you are at home, you can register for some online classes as well. But from us here at the Wanjo Stadium, I'll be also participating. I'm going to try myself out. But from me here at the Wanjo Stadium, it's namaste for now, Timbegile.
Slindelo, before you go away, how calm are you?
I'm very calm. I actually feel very centered right now.
Oh, scented vibes. Okay, Slindelo Masugane, ENC reporter, live for us at Wanderers here in Johannesburg this afternoon. When we return, the